Jehiel Oliver is the founder and CEO of Hello Tractor. Excellent name. Wait until you hear what they do. Lyft for farm machinery. I know what you're thinking. It's like, why didn't we think of that idea? Well, that's because you're not Jehiel. Jehiel, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Femi. Hello, everyone. It's been a long day, so I'll be brief. It's a 5-minute talk. So I'm the CEO of Hello Tractor. We're an agricultural technology company, but we're also a social enterprise. We're very much focused on eradicating food and income security for smallholder farmers across the continent of Africa. As we all know, the world needs more to produce more food by 2030, and we need approximately 280 million hectares of new land under cultivation to feed this growing population. Now, the vast majority of this land is in sub-Saharan Africa. The continent has 600 million hectares, which represents about 60% of the global total. So there's huge amounts of opportunity, but to actualize that opportunity, we first need to overcome some hurdles. The biggest hurdle being labor constraints. The average farmer in sub-Saharan Africa is 60 years old, and because of rapid urbanization, which was just discussed on the previous panel, there's a lot of downward pressure in these rural labor markets to cultivate the land that farmers have access to. Now, typically within a labor-constrained environment, mechanization can step in, right, and fill that gap. But unfortunately, in sub-Saharan Africa, this is one of the least mechanized markets on earth. And Nigeria, where Hello Tractor got its start, it's one of the least mechanized countries on earth, with only 6 tractors per 100 square kilometers of arable land. That's about the size of DC, one tractor servicing the size of DC. And the life cycle of these tractors is significantly shorter than the rest of the world because of poor spare parts and after-sales support. And so as a result, farmers rely on this manual labor. Now, the typical business model for a tractor promoted by all the major tractor OEMs like John Deere, AGCO, is fantastic for the West. You have an individual who owns a farm or a family that owns a farm, and they buy this expensive machinery and they keep that machinery on farm. And it works because we have large industrial farms in the West, and that tractor can stay busy and be economically viable for that farming entity. But on the continent of Africa and in many markets, even parts of Asia, smallholder farmers dominate the marketplace. And they have these tiny plots of land that make tractor ownership uneconomical. But you also have this emerging class of young people that are embracing technology. Mobile phone proliferation is quite extensive on the continent, and they want to use this technology even for things like agriculture. This has really taken off in Kenya, but in other places like Nigeria as well, and even Ethiopia, Uganda, Rwanda, all these places. So Hello Tractor has developed a model to address this customer segment, individuals who are interested in owning tractors as a business, but then also using technology to ensure that business, the profits from that business are maximized. And the model is pretty simple. We sell monitoring devices to tractor owners to connect that machine to the cloud, and then we connect the owner of that tractor to our network of thousands of farmers in need of tractor services. They don't need smartphones to request tractor service, just a simple SMS message. Via short code, they can request tractor services when they need it, overcoming the challenge of having to own their own machinery while presenting a business opportunity for the tractor owner. We also plan routes for the tractors to ensure that each tractor's revenue is maximized. And we use the same mathematics that airline companies, large airliners use when they plan their routes globally. But as they say in Africa, it takes a village to raise a tractor. So we also build technology for enterprise customers like banks who are financing tractors, but they don't have rural branch networks. So we develop technology to monitor that so they can monitor these loans actively in real time. This is actually better than how we even finance machinery in the US. and providing predictive analytics around potential loan defaults before they even happen. The same thing with spare parts supply chain. Knowing what a tractor is doing, we can anticipate spare parts need, and that data can be fed into the spare parts supply chain management systems of large tractor OEMs. We've engaged 2 of the top tractor manufacturers in the world. They bought into it and are currently using our technology. We've also engaged some of the top commercial banks in Nigeria to finance tractors amongst populations of people who are traditionally unbanked. And we also engaged the largest tractor owners association in the country. This is about just over 500 tractors coming online through this one entity alone. And they use us because we can connect them to our network of farmers that's currently at 100,000 farmers, but growing every day. So that's Hello Tractor generally, but I'll be around for the rest of the day should you all have any questions. Thank you so much.